Welcome back to Game Crunch, everyone, keeping you up to date with the latest in the video game world. Now today, we're going to go over a couple of the biggest topics happening today in the gaming space, including the Pokemon Presents was just announced. And if you have any experience with this at all, take a wild guess on what day it is. It's always on Pokemon Day, February 27th, which also happens to be my birthday. So like and subscribe, give me a little birthday gift. Anyway, we'll get into the details on that in just a second. And then if you remember yesterday, we talked a little bit about Microsoft's AI called Muse. Well, their AI model that's basically for developing video games. Well, they've put out a statement that is one cool feature, actually, that Muse could be really good for. We'll get into the details on that in just a second. But of course, if you like to stay up to date with the latest in the video game world, consider giving Game Crunch a subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, and if you find any of this information helpful, give the video a like, and it's my birthday, so you gotta do it. Just do the things that I'm asking. Anyway, without further ado, let's just get right into today's topics. So it's that time of year again, it's my birthday, it's Pokemon Day. Let's get into the details of what's gonna happen in this Pokemon Presents. So you can expect it on February 27th at 2 p.m. UTC, or 6 a.m. Pacific Time, or 9 a.m. Eastern Time. While they haven't provided details on exactly what will be shown, fans are expecting updates on Pokemon Legends ZA. This upcoming title, set in the Kalos region, will mark the return of Lumio City and could be the next big evolution of the Pokemon series. Now, we know it's coming on the Nintendo Switch, but with the Nintendo Switch 2 just on the horizon, could we see a second version optimized for Nintendo's next-gen hardware? Aside from Pokemon Legends ZA, Pokemon Presents usually covers updates for the spin-off titles as well, like Pokemon Unite, Pokemon Go, and even new potential projects. And with the Pokemon European International Championships happening this weekend in London, there's quite a bit of hype building up for what could be revealed. So let me know, of course, what you think you'd like to see. Could we get a surprise remake announcement? I know there's been a lot of talk about Black and White remakes possibly coming. Maybe more classic Pokemon games coming to Switch Online. Drop your predictions down below in the comments. Now, personally, I am very excited to see what's going to happen with Pokemon Legends ZA because I feel like Pokemon Legends Arceus was probably my favorite Pokemon game in at least a decade, at least since Gen 6, and the fact that Pokemon Legends ZA is going back to Gen 6, it makes me even more hyped for it, so I'm really excited to see. Now, as far as enhancements go for the Pokemon Legends ZA for the Switch versus the Switch 2 version, because this is happening before the Switch 2, before they really show us in depth what the Switch 2 is capable of, I really don't think they're going to show us any enhancements for Legends ZA, so I wouldn't expect that, but hey, it's Nintendo, you never know. I am expecting, though, there is a lot of speculation that we could be looking at Black and White remakes, which would be super cool because I actually just played through those games for the first time just in 2024. I did Black and White, and I did Black and White 2. Really good Pokemon games. Really like the second one, much better than the first one, but maybe I'll get into a video later about why that is. And then the really interesting thing here is if you tune into yesterday's video, you'll know that there is reports that Pokemon Go could be for sale. Now, this is interesting if they start talking about Pokemon Go, so features and whatnot. It's not Pokemon Go, sorry, that's for sale. It's Niantic, the company that makes Pokemon Go. But what could be happening with that app in the future? So I guess we'll just have to tune in a week, and I guess it's my birthday as well. So anyway, let me know what you think down below in the comments. Meanwhile, over in the world of Xbox, so they unveiled their Muse AI, which is used for developing certain parts of video games, and they have just went into detail on what this could mean for game preservation in the future. Microsoft first announced its Muse as a tool that can generate game visuals and controller actions based on training data. It was initially demonstrated using gameplay from Ninja Theory's 2020 game, Bleeding Edge. But now, Xbox is exploring ways Muse could be used to bring classic titles back to life on modern devices without requiring the original hardware. Fatima Kardar, Xbox's VP of Gaming AI, explained that many classic games tied to aging consoles are no longer playable for most people. With Muse, Microsoft hopes to take older games and optimize them for any device, making it possible to experience lost titles like never before. Now, even Phil Spencer weighed in, saying that the potential of AI learning how games play without needing the original engine could create brand new opportunities for preservation. And considering Xbox has already invested in a lot of backwards compatibility efforts, this could be a game changer for keeping those old titles alive. According to a leaked internal memo, Xbox even formed a new team dedicated to game preservation last year. So it looks like Microsoft is serious about ensuring classic Xbox titles remain accessible for generations to come. I think this is very smart for Xbox to do, for Microsoft to do, because as you could see, like from behind me, even 20, 30, almost 40 years later for some of these games, there's still a market for some of these games, and a lot of these games are still played. So keeping those games alive could be future revenue sources for them, and things that they can also throw into their Game Pass service, of course. So this is something that could add that value sort of to Game Pass, and they can just literally just throw titles at it. And if AI can kind of, make it work really, really quick, then they've got this like, they almost got like a bit of a money printer at this point. And that's all the news I've got for you today, so of course, let me know what your thoughts are down below. What do you think is going to be shown off at the Pokemon Presents? And then what do you think Microsoft is going to do? I'm actually very excited to see that. That was something that I didn't think of as a possibility, to use AI to bring older games back to life. Microsoft has made a really good effort to bring a lot of these games, but some of them take a lot of manpower to kind of transfer over. So there's been a lot of games that just, get stuck in the past. But of course, if you missed yesterday's news, I'm going to leave a video over here and another video you might like over here. And I thank you for tuning in to another day of Game Crunch. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.